We are not getting a Nintendo Direct soon, is what a lot of people want you to think. A lot of people on Twitter or X, whatever you call it now, have been saying that we're not at all getting that rumored and always seems to happen February Nintendo Direct, and that's because of one main reason. However, I don't think that reason is necessarily valid, and I'm gonna break down why in this video. So, if we take a look here, you can see we got a Mario vs. Donkey Kong trailer, a heist of mini proportions. This trailer came out a week ago from the day I'm recording this. Now, that's no surprise. We're getting this game very soon. It's coming out February 16th, so it makes sense that Nintendo's actually trying to promote this game with a trailer. This is just how companies work. But normally Nintendo saves their trailers for Nintendo Directs, where they show off a bunch of big trailers, they get a bunch of buzz because they're in the Nintendo Direct, and it's just a smart way for them to market their trailers, get more eyes on them. It's a win-win because we get a Direct and that's awesome for us. But this, they just uploaded onto the YouTube channel. And then they did it again with Princess Peach Showtime. This is a game we really know nothing about. It just kind of is coming out in a couple of months. It comes out March 22nd. And again, this is like a 1 minute trailer. Doesn't show off too much. Same thing as the Donkey Kong one. But they just uploaded it onto the YouTube channel and not in a Direct. So 2 trailers for 2 of their 4 upcoming games that we know of. Within the span of a couple of days, people are saying, oh, if they were going to have a Direct, they would have just saved these for that. And that's that. I don't necessarily think that's the case though. To be honest, that doesn't really make much sense because if you look at it this way, whenever Nintendo has a Direct and there's a game coming up, they generally try and have a big focus on that game within the Nintendo Direct. They give it a whole overview trailer where they kind of explain what the game's going to be about. Now, we don't really need that for Mario vs. Donkey Kong, so that's kind of a moot point there. But for Princess Peach Showtime, we know absolutely nothing about what this game's going to be about. It would make sense that if Nintendo is going to have a Direct, which I do believe they will, they'll have an actual overview trailer for that game, because they're going to release an overview trailer before this game comes out, just guaranteed. Then, if we go back and take a gander, there was a Nintendo Direct in June 21st of 2023. I think you guys probably remember this one. This is where they announced Mario Wonder and a bunch more games, and including new details on Pikmin 4. That was the overview trailer of Pikmin 4 that we got for that Direct. You know what else we got before this Direct? We got a 1-minute trailer of Pikmin 4 that didn't really show off much. It was mainly just a cutscene, and it announced, you could make your own character, which is cool for Pikmin fans. And this came out right before the Direct, or not right before, but it came out a few weeks before, and everyone was saying, oh, we're not getting that June Nintendo Direct. There's no way they would have included this in the Direct. I distinctly remember tweets from that time of people saying, yep, sorry, we're not getting any sort of E3 makeup Direct, because obviously E3 didn't happen last year, but Nintendo did a Direct anyway, because that's what they do. They have Directs in June. And obviously, people were saying we weren't going to get a Direct, and you all know I already showed it. We got a Direct just 2 weeks later, I think, actually. If we look, yeah, this is June 6th, and then June 21st. So two weeks, 15 days later, we got a new Nintendo Direct. This just kind of shows that it really does not matter if Nintendo puts out a trailer for a game beforehand and then also has a Nintendo Direct. They don't need to put every upcoming game trailer in that Nintendo Direct. Maybe they think they have a better trailer that shows off what the game is more about for the Direct, like they did with Pikmin 4, like we just saw. Additionally, this is just a side note, but this is Nintendo 2024's lineup right now. I mean, we look at Nintendo, this is a great account. You should follow them if you don't on, again, Twitter or X. But yeah, this is the lineup. It's 3 ports / remakes, I guess, if you want to call Luigi's Mansion 2 HD a port or a remake. We haven't seen enough about it yet. But 3 of those games, and then Princess Peach Showtime, which is a game A, we know nothing about, and B, it looks like it's definitely being marketed towards younger kids. So this is their lineup. They are not going to let, these 2 games, at least half of their lineup, including the only new game we know coming out, release within the next 2 months, which is when they're going to come out, within the next 2 months of the day I'm recording this. They're not going to let that happen and then have the only 2 games we know about be a remaster of a Mario RPG and an HD port of the second Luigi's Mansion game. That's not going to happen. I know everyone thinks Switch 2 is coming up, and this is a huge reason why. I mean, Nintendo has nothing that they've announced coming up. Like, their year is super light. But I know everyone thinks Switch 2 is coming up, and that's why Nintendo's just not announcing anything. But we can kind of assume that's not going to be the case, just given that the Switch is still a massive console. They definitely do have enough smaller games. They're not going to completely drop support of the Switch. I mean, even the 3DS was still getting small games into the Switch's lifespan. They're not going to completely drop support of this thing. So the fact that we only have 4 games, this is not Nintendo's only lineup for the Switch this year. We're going to get a Direct in February. I'm almost almost sure of it. Obviously, there's no way to be sure of anything Nintendo related, but I definitely think that these Princess Peach Showtime and Mario Donkey Kong trailers do not deconfirm anything like people have been saying. I understand the sentiment, like it is a little weird for Nintendo to put out trailers right before they supposedly are going to have a direct, which is just where they show off most of their trailers and where they could get more eyeballs on those trailers, but doesn't really matter at all. As we've seen, Nintendo has time and time again put out smaller trailers for games right before directs where they put big overview trailers and heavily focus on those games. So I don't really think it means anything. I think people are overreacting, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. This is Switched Up Plus, our second channel, and yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna start uploading here again, so peace. See you guys.